Marsupials are a link in the evolution of mammals and are characterized by having a partial development in the uterus, which is very short, to complete their development outside, near the mammary glands located inside a skin fold called a pouch. Currently, there are 270 species known, located in the Americas and Australia. The koala is an endemic species of Australia. Koalas are animals that can only extend if they are in the right habitat, such as in the eastern and southeastern parts of Australia, where they find their preferred tree, the eucalyptus, which only grows in certain types of soil. Also, they do not settle in other areas unless there are other koalas living nearby. As mentioned, they are marsupials, but to be more specific, they belong to the order of diprotodonts, classified as such by the presence of only 2 incisors in the lower jaw. This order includes other very varied species, such as kangaroos and wombats. They also present another characteristic, paramelomorphia, which is the fusion of 2 toes, giving the appearance that they have 2 or 3 claws on a single toe. There are 3 distinct subspecies of koalas, hard to differentiate, only recognizable by size, distribution area, and dietary habits. In short, they're distinguished by being more selective with different eucalyptus species, located in New South Wales, Queensland, and Victoria. They are animals with a unique appearance, difficult to confuse with others. They have a flat, wide black nose, gray fur with a white chest, and round ears with very thick fur. Due to the thickness of their fur, they're also called koala bears, but they're not related to bears, so it is better to just call them koalas to avoid confusion. They can measure up to 30 inches, with a weight of 26 pounds for males and 18 pounds for females. Their limbs are short and made up of 5 toes with their respective claws, except for the largest toe on the hind legs, which gives the appearance of a thumb. On the forelimbs, 2 toes are fused and positioned opposite the other 3, which are also joined at the palms of their hands. This makes the fused fingers move at the same time, without independent movement like ours. On the hind limbs, only the middle toes are fused up to the last phalanx, giving the appearance of a single toe with 2 claws. The clawless toe is positioned opposite, so one could say that koalas have thumbs on their feet. These unique limbs serve the purpose of climbing trees and moving along branches, where they spend most of their time, avoiding touching the ground unless absolutely necessary, such as when they lick the dirt to improve digestion or obtain minerals absent from their diet. They also come down from trees to climb other ones that are otherwise inaccessible. When they do this, they try to reach them as quickly as possible, as they feel very defenseless walking, and, as one can see, they're not very fast, making them vulnerable. They can climb almost any tree, even if the bark is smooth, thanks to their strong, opposable feet. The particular angle at which their feet are positioned makes this task easier. Although they spend most of their time in trees, not all trees are suitable. Most prefer eucalyptus trees, as they find their only food, buds and leaves, there, as well as protection from some predators, and they sleep up to 20 hours a day. What makes them the most sleepy animals in the world? Just 2 hours more than sloths. It is believed that they sleep so much to conserve energy, due to their diet providing the minimum nutrients needed to survive, and their metabolism is very slow, often spending up to 4 days in the large intestine waiting for their intake to ferment. This is because it is very difficult for them to obtain energy from a fiber-rich diet, so everything during digestion must be optimized, which causes them to extract and retain a lot of water from the leaves, making it almost unnecessary for them to drink water from puddles, lakes, or other bodies of water. This results in their feces being very hard and dry. While it may seem like their diet is inadequate, they are adapted to it. Their incisors are designed to grip and cut the leaves from branches, and their premolars and molars are adapted to crush their food into tiny particles, allowing them to stay in the digestive system long enough. They are very selective about the leaves they choose, as older leaves contain more toxins. This is why they prefer young shoots, as they haven't produced prussic acid, a deadly poison. Their stomach is long, allowing the gastric juices enough time to neutralize the poison. Additionally, their cecum is relatively elongated compared to their size, which helps in fermentation, and they can store food in their cheeks. They are nocturnal animals, most active when eating and relieving themselves, which can take several days. Generally, they are solitary, interacting with one another for just 15 minutes and not forming groups. Males are very territorial and do not allow other koalas to climb the trees they inhabit, fighting them off. Although it may not seem like it, they do have vocalizations. They make a loud, deep sound similar to the roar of a bear, especially adult males during the breeding season. That sound reminds me of when someone opens the bathroom door. I'm sure you make a similar noise to scare them off. They have a breeding season from summer to fall, between October and May. It's important to remember that the seasons are reversed in the southern hemisphere. Their sexual dimorphism is easy to detect, but only by handling them. Males have a scrotum with testicles, and females have a skin fold in the abdominal area called the pouch. Also, it is said that males have a much stronger scent, which could be another way to distinguish them. Females begin breeding at the age of 4 years, while males reach puberty at 6 years, although other adults do not allow them to reproduce until they can defeat them. Males compete with each other to select the females with whom they will mate. Their gestation is very short, lasting only 33 to 36 days, giving birth to one offspring and rarely twins. The birth produces a fetus that must complete its development inside the pouch, where it will be fed with maternal milk for a 12-month lactation period. At 6 months of age, the mother begins to produce a pre-digested eucalyptus paste, which she provides as food for the joey to start consuming semi-solid food. At 10 months, the joey begins to leave the pouch. It can be seen clinging to its mother most of the time, not straying too far from her, or making small trips. At this point, the mother's sleepy behavior changes, sleeping in shorter intervals than the usual 20 hours per day. Eventually, when her joey is capable enough and feeding on its own, the mother begins encouraging it to strike out on its own. They have an average lifespan of 13 to 18 years in the wild and 19 years in captivity, although this range can vary depending on the area. Koalas living near roads typically have an average lifespan of 3 years, which is very sad. The natural predators of this animal include dingoes, which feed on them when they move on the ground, constrictor snakes like the Australian amethyst python that may attack them while they sleep, or some birds of prey, like the robust owl, that attack them at night while they feed. However, in general, they have few predators due to their arboreal lifestyle. They are animals listed as of least concern, but their population has been declining at an alarming rate over time. The destruction of forests for urban areas has greatly reduced their numbers, mainly because many of the trees are eucalyptus, their only food source. Additionally, being very slow, they are frequently hit by cars. When you add to this their low reproductive rate, the epidemics they've faced, and hunting for their fur, it creates a combination that puts this species at risk. However, not all is lost. Australia is aware of these issues and is trying to address them. When an injured koala is identified, it receives medical care, which has saved many lives. Moreover, zoos have breeding groups that have been thriving, although they have not adapted easily to other countries. For example, a zoo in Madrid, Spain, houses 3 individuals, which is possible thanks to having enough of their kind and a large number of trees. This animal, well known and with a distinctive appearance, stands out for being a good mother. Marsupials, like the koala, help explain how some species transition from laying eggs to giving live birth, developing a gestation process that ensures the success of their offspring. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and share it so more people can discover this channel. I'll leave my social media so we can stay in touch, and through those channels, I'll post relevant announcements related to the channel. If you're new, I invite you to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you soon, goodbye.